A wonderful and jolly good evening, everybody. So, it's a tortoise, and it's a giant tortoise. And we got quite many of them here. Seven. Seven quite deadly animals that have been puking around all over the place. I really wonder what the hell was happening here, but I didn't really find an answer what made the giant tortoises of Fortress Revert puke. It is the year 101, and we are at the Waters of Pain. I love the name of this place. And this is probably the most shallow fortress that I've ever built in my life. Not that I've built so many fortresses yet. Just started in December, but... oh yeah, well... I do like the looks of that. Is this already linked somewhere? No, it ain't. We got to change that. So, let's see. Sweet. Pile of cages. Looking good. The housing will be a real problem, though. I think we really need to check out how far we can go north. Let's check this out next. This could help. Probably we'll have to go with the water. Hey, Steel. So happy to see you. And happy to announce that if you are hanging around still more on Twitch, you will see me a little bit more often now. So, because I plan to come back to this business a bit more regularly. Good. So the Stonecrafter Asmal Crew roofs is still in a good shape. We had somebody. Yeah, well, it was quite a shocking event when the roof came down and people died. Okay, I get it, but it's now a year later, man. Could start snapping out of it. That's the designations I was afraid to see. Yeah, damp stone located. Oh, look. It's taking a nose. That's a very, very interesting formation. And, oh, God. Ugh. This place stinks. Alright, so let's see how far we can go this way. So this is going to be a very, very interesting architectural challenge, because we really have to work with what we got here, you know? Ugh, yeah. Okay. Not gonna get deeper into that direction. Too bad. Meh. But we claimed a bit of an area there. Let's see. Ah. Intriguing. Keep going, Jurist. Keep going. What's behind there? So, yeah, that's the end of the line. Alrighty. So, we could technically fit in an apartment there, too, but... ugh. That's as good as it gets here, huh? Okay. So, the food stockpiles. I remember now. That was a pressing matter. Let's see what we can do about that. But first... let me expand the furniture stockpile. Okay, there we go. Want this larger too. And let's check with the food industry. So, I see that a lot of stuff is getting made here. Oh yeah, we put a kern in the middle of that. It's going to be perfect. So let's make one. Goodo. Let's see how that'll go. I'm a little bit afraid about this very, very angry dwarf. So, this can spiral out of control quite quickly with that dude. So... oh yeah, that's one thing that I really need to fix as well. I noticed that while I sealed off myself down here really decently, I noticed a weak spot. When I was browsing up here, I noticed that here is a grid of open space. That means there's open space up above that door. That means some flying and climbing entity can go diagonally over that door inside there, so we need to fix that. Let's hope everything will go well, but at the end of the day we are well better prepared than the last stream, so no excess. Huh. I wonder. But I don't think that means that. Yeah. Oh gosh, it's damp. Oh, is this place ever done with torturing me? So, if I dig out that thing, will we have a constant trickle of water? And will it be actually a problem? Well, we will revert it if it will be a problem. Ugh. Okay. So... Hey, Frocletaire, 20 years ago, Frankfurt, that could actually hit the spot. I was around... Yeah, I was there around that time, that's all I can say. I was clubbing there back then. So... Probably you saw me there. That would be a really shocking coincidence. So running around there. Sorry. It's always bugging me when I see something skittering around in that, those caverns. Magma crabs, but those were not what I've seen. Anyways. Welcome, Frocletaire. Happy to see you. So, it's my animals and... What the hell are you doing? Whole cave swallow woman spear. So, yeah, we need to stop the auto-looting. That is a recipe for disaster. So we're claiming our other people. Alright. And I'll let you go with that foolishness for now. Although I really don't like it. I don't know what they are claiming there and what they are hauling home like some sick kittens. But, oh, I hope that doesn't go bad. Oh, look at all those dwarves swarming around there, hauling useless... Wait a sec, that ain't useless. I mean, now that we're already taking a risk, we might as well pick up the good stuff. Alright. So, but those animals that killed the cave swallow people are still around. Just saying. But we got traps behind it. I love this game. Cheers, mate. Okay, so we got that. This is now properly safe. We have a piece of floor above the door, and now nothing should be able to cross the door anymore. And still, these are liabilities in our security system, so let's replace them. Because I don't trust the security of doors. People said that the bug has been removed, that Forgotten Beasts and such were not able to destroy structures, so we need bridges, because bridges are still the truly overpowered way to lock something out for good. And that's what we're going to do. Yes. Goodo. We need to replace this thing here with a bridge as well. Alright, so that's been done. Let's think about the configuration of that. This thing, I think every one of these bridges needs to be on a separate lever. Ugh. Yeah, what, otherwise it won't be secure. Let's link it. So, I'm going to put the levers where? Well, the dining hall. I do like dining halls for that. There's most of the time somebody in the rough vicinity, so there we go. 2 levers. That's going to hit the spot. And yeah, at least we got some extra apartment space here. I think if I repeat that on the other floors, we might actually get some decent extra room. But it's gonna be cramped in here. We're going to have to house 200 people somehow there. This is the most shallow map that I've ever played so far. Just to give you a impression here, for those who are new. I mean, this is all wet stuff we can't build there. And then there's just already the caverns, also wet. And, well, I guess here we might find some space to actually live at. That would be the first time that I've actually built a big part of my fortress on the same layer as the caverns. And then we go down a few levels. This is actually a few levels of dry space, but then look at that. We've just 3 levels, you know? And then we've just hidden the next layer. And then we go down just a handful of layers, and it's all wet, 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 and boom. You know, next layer of caverns. I haven't been that much lower, but then we were already, boom, warm stuff, you know? I think we will hit adamantine at around -30 or what? Sick place. That's the true evilness of this place. Because, you know, I was wondering what actually is the evil biome here at the Waters of Pain. I mean, it's just actually raining some weird goop from the sky, which doesn't hurt anybody so far. The animals haven't been killed by it, and they are standing out there all day. So it seems to be quite harmless here outside. And yeah, you know, that weird weather seems to be really the only thing. But then that's the true evil nature. I don't think that's really a mechanical thing, but this is a very challenging map in its own regard, because we really don't have easy access anywhere, because that's, you know, caverns level 3. Look at that little Grundle. Ugh. They come, if there's one Grundle, there's many Grundle. They're out for blood and stuff. We don't have any military. We don't have any metal. Oh well, that's not true. We got some tetrahedrite now. But nevertheless, that's only tin and silver. So, sick warhammers, but no armor. Not cool. But back to topic. So I need to link up that bridge here. So, link. And we need to name that properly. So, Cavern T1. Oh god, I'm going to be really uncreative. Bridge 1. So, here we go. And you're going to be Bridge 1/B1. Alrighty. So, you know, I need some kind of system that I actually be able to recognize one day in the far future what the hell I was building here. And I think good labeling goes a long way, you know. Good labeling goes a long way. And due to the complexity of the system, sometimes I'm like, why should I name it like that? I can always look up the linked structures, and you know, there's always a mark on that. But I realized that it also helps me to keep things in my head, to have a system that I organize these things by, because these fortresses grow really large. Good. Oh, let's floor this place. How 50. Good. Hey Ash, welcome. You're still playing the legacy cheap ass version. Kudos. I never made it to actually get into the user interface of the old version. I really need the mouse to navigate here. It would drive me nuts to navigate all these menus with the keyboard. And that's coming from some from some weirdo that's really playing a lot of old school roguelikes, but that just was too much for me. You know, it's playing the legacy version. It's like you're learning some weird keyboard kung fu. You know, with all the shortcuts that get imprinted into your brain, and you know, Dwarf Fortress kung fu is really hard to learn. I'm sure you get what I mean. Oh, the Unreal World. Yeah, I tried to get into that. Okay, I tried, but that user interface really bugged me out as well. Boy, I want to give this game a fair go because I see the core of it is amazing. The dude that's making it is doing a great and brilliant job. But boy, oh boy, user interface, something else, man. But I hope that one day I'll give it the time that it deserves. If I ever will crawl out of this rabbit hole here. And let's see how deep I'll fall in the next one when Kerbal Space Program 2 tomorrow goes into early access. I don't know how early access it'll be. I mean, sometimes early access means that it feels like a technical demo, and sometimes it's like, oh man, I can almost play the entire game. You never know. You never know. Ah, here, Bitter Sludge. That's what it's raining here. At Fortress Reward. Wonderful place. Okay, so did we link that thing? Alrighty, so we did. Perfect, perfect. You see, you could also navigate just with the linked buildings without ever going for any named thingies here. But there's one thing why I do this. Sometimes things get vandalized. And when a lever somewhere out there gets vandalized, it's really cool when you have a clear labeling system that sooner or later will show you where a lever or a bridge went missing because you can't find the partner to it. It really helps. Because like I said, these things, they grow large. We're just getting started. I'm already I'm really concerned about this place's crampedness because you know here it's all wet already. I mean, let's see how much space we got into that direction. But I think you see the lake. The lake is here a little bit dominant all over the place. My long-term plan is to build an actual castle here on the sea. Which will be actually not that easy considering how shallow the entire cavern is. You know, we will really have to work hard to get all the blocks we need for that. I realized. Unless we go for glass. Castle of glass. Sounds really sassy, but also, well, needs magma. But magma ain't far away, so we'll see about that. We'll see about that. It's too early to fantasize about these things. We need a bridge, a lever for this bridge as well. This is the emergency bridge. This seals off the entire caverns. If ever this entire caverns project goes foobar, this is the lever to shut off the problem. You know, I've learned to have many of these in my time. I recently played a necromantic tile. I put it down for a while because it's so paranoia inducing. It's terrible. Because you are hunting for every corpse that's going astray. So seal off the caverns. Linking. Seal off caverns. Not vacarns. Hands obey. There we go. Wonderful. So if ever anything goes bad, this thing will get shut down and the rest of the fortress is safe, you know? We'll have to drill another hole into the entire cavern business, but, you know, it's okay. It's okay. So, this thing is there. So, we got 26 dwarves, so I want to check on everybody who has no job right now. Those people with no job, they could be locked outside the fortress and don't know what to do. Sometimes things happen, and, you know, over the course of the time, you learn those little tricks to find those little rascals. Silly old dwarves. So that guy is still steaming mad. Damn. So, he wants to acquire an object. Can't do. Let's see. Crafts dwarves. What are you guys making so far? Let's see. Not too much. Okay. So we're going to make a little custom order. Rock crafts. Boom. Make 10 of them. Thank you. And then we will make sure that he will get what he needs. I've learned a wonderful little trick from the Reddit. It's neat. I really like that one. So, hey, Kali Gufshul, or however you want to. It's a weird one to pronounce. Welcome. And CDDA. That's been a long time. I need to get back to that game as well. Damn, that's good time. And I burned out myself a little bit with that game for its obvious depth. I lost track. I had that what the hell am I supposed to do here problem, and whenever I get that feeling, I know that's the point where I need to take a break because I overplayed it. Yeah, but I really, really look forward to that moment when I get back to it and to see what has changed in the course of the time. Anyways, glad to have you. Welcome. Good night, Ash. Sleep well. I hope I'm catching you still. I'm catching the chat today a little bit irregularly. Well, DF Hack, I'm only getting into it, Kali. I only recently installed it. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Stuff like the auto tailor, I love it. It's one macro which just it orders clothing whenever something grows old in your fortress. It just automatically produces stuff. It's great. It really takes a lot of a burden off of your shoulders. It's really good stuff. Okay, so naturally we have the same structure here as we have it there. Usually aquifers have a pretty samey thing here going on for themselves. But, you know, we will make the best out of it. The dwarves will come and make this place their home, like they're always doing. So we're going to go for a corridor here, because I can't foresee that the storage place for the woodworkers district, this is one of the things that will never grow too large in this fortress. So we can easily scout out how good this area is suited for more citizens, because we really need more apartments. We're going to need hundreds of apartments. It's one of my favorite challenges about this game, honestly. I'm amazed that my tutorial still holds up to today's changes, and Kali works out for me as well. Oh, we have tasty llama. So the leather worker has been possessed. I don't have a leather worker's place. Does he need one? They usually go for their business, don't they? So let's cook up a leather worker's shop. I think this might be a necessary thing. Oh. That is so unnerving to hear combat noises when you're like, I shouldn't be hearing combat noises, and then you're like, okay, it's just stuff out there killing each other. All's good, business as usual. You know, we've only ever so recently breached into the lower levels of the caverns, so I'm still a little bit wary. Still a little bit wary. So let's see. If he doesn't claim the leatherworkers workshop, yeah, he does. I would have needed to build the other suspects. Let's hope he finds everything he needs. So food didn't grow in the necessary speed. So let's check out if we can release some restraints. Nah, not really. We could cook some plump helmet spawn. We seem to have a lot of these. We should just make another farm plot. What happened to the quarry bushes, mates? Aren't you supposed to process them? Tell me, what's your problem? Process plant to bag, yes. Alright. So, what has happened to the quarry bush? So we do have quarry bushes. So we don't have bags. That's the problem, isn't it? Bags. Well, that's an empty bag. That's an empty bag. That's an empty bag. So why are you guys not processing stuff into bags? Requires plants. Okay, so where are these quarry bushes? It's always this detective game, you know. All right, so they are in there. Okay, you gotta be kidding me. So they are in there, but you guys are not processing them. Now, that's an interesting question. What the freaking hell is happening here? I haven't had that one yet. So, they are here in the plant barrel. Okay, so far, so understandable. Well, let's do one thing that sometimes works with problems like these. Let's delete the stockpile and build a new one, excluding these, so somebody has to pick them up. Sometimes that gives the game a push into the right direction. Oh, I hate it when that happens. There's usually a good explanation for that. Some stockpile links, not to this one. Not to this one. I mean, I could link it to this one, but look at it. Now they are again there. That's sometimes they are frozen in an invisible status of being claimed by somebody, which only stops when the stockpile gets deleted. All right, let's not be too happy too early. It's only magic if some jurist now goes on over there and processes that stuff. Okay, good. So that should really stop the food problem from being a problem, because I knew that there was something off. Okay, so back to that business. I love it how this game tosses so many little businesses at you until your head goes dizzy, and all the little businesses actually grow complicated. So he's muttering Corol Ushrir. Okay. 2 pieces of leather and a piece of rough jade. Doesn't sound too creative to me. I bet that's going to be some earring or something, something else useless. Okay, that's looking promising though. So looks like we can safely expand our business here. A freaking right mitten. My goodness. Congratulations, Segan. You're such a legend. Didn't pay attention. Are you at least now a legendary leather worker? Did it at least pay off that you did some piece of art? Or was it some other worldly force? Turns out she was possessed. No. Oh man. Alright. So let's check out what we got here. What's on the mitten? I guess they're trying to beat the evilness of this place with humor. I get it. So, the naked Moldog leather is actually something that has happened in the first stream, yeah. So, well, no pictures, no nothing. Just a first glimmer of madness, maybe. Maybe some first moment of madness. That might be the downfall of this place. Okay, but let's see. This place is very, very cramped. So maybe I should at some point decide to break up this segment here and dig out a corridor like that as well. I mean, well, part of me wants to put a wall here again. Let's make a door at least, so I can lock it off. I never like it when the civilians are connected with the rest of the fortress. You know, I like to keep them in their little bubble of safety, luxury, and cleanliness, booze, bread, stuff, art. You know, it's never good if they're growing mad. So it's yesterday's business, and it's raining bitter sludge. Yeah. This castle on the sea will one day be a very, very weird thing. So, looking forward to that. Now then, where to next? Let's go and have an eye on the kitchen business. So, we do have. What has happened with the quarry bushes? Is it already all cooked away? Let's see. There's still more quarry bush. Okay. Ah, here. There's usually a reason. Maybe that was the reason all along, not something else. But it wasn't in the. It wasn't available in the list to manually do it. Whatever. Let's not ponder over a obviously solved issue. So we might not actually need it directly. Ooh. But I think it would be good for the spirits to have some good meat again. So I'd say let's see. Do we have anything that's actually reproducing here? Kitten. Damn, those cats. They always find a way. Cavies. These are both male. Those kitten must be imported. Ah, no, here we have a cat. So It's a question if I want to keep the cat population. Well, let's make it like that. These let's put an end to the population speed, or lower it, I should rather say. Okay, so barracks, safety, that's what we need. We're getting closer to a population point where I don't feel well with this kind of safety system. No, not my standards. I hope you guys are doing well tonight. Having a good time just like me here. Good old. So let's put up a good old-fashioned maze. Never grows old, you know. And let's see. We're going to drill a hole. Not here. Maybe here. Yeah, here. Let's drill a hole here. And I hope I have a hatch for it. And it's a service access, so to say. Probably will make a bridge here too. Yeah, totally will make a bridge here too. It's the little extra safety things that pay off in the long run. And, you know, outside is hostile. And I don't want to have this as a long-term thing here. Oh, looky here, open space. The traders hub outside and all. But for now, it'll suffice. Okay, it'll suffice. We'll resolve that once we have to carry the burden of a barony. So, for every day's business, this thing will be locked. There we go. I'm only going to use it when the traders arrive. And here, oh, Series of Fortress. Proper namings. And we're going to link both bridges to the same lever, because that's totally okay. If I want to seal off the place, then I want to raise that one and that one. Okay, we're getting started. So let's just say I'm a sadistic and mean person, and I prefer to trap my victims instead of kill them outright. So the first 3 or 4 or 5, let's make it 5, yeah, 5, are going to get caught alive, and the rest get battered by rocks. For now. Later weapons. For now, rocks. We need to smelt down some metal before we can talk about other stuff. We've not seen any fuel here. It's this place is really some nasty little challenge. Okay, here we go. That's more like more of a safety system. Now I feel better when I get the first siege or frickin' snatchers, you know. Snatchers can come quite early, and I recently discovered when you derp out the building of a militia, like after the 50 people mark, some snatchers can really put some severe dent into the moral of your fortress. I had like 15 people in the Red Bunkers mad pod because they somehow clumped together and dogpiled on those snatchers. They killed them ultimately, but they were all shocked with what they did and what has happened, and they couldn't stop thinking about it, how terrible that was. And that's when I realized, you know, you need soldiers for those dirty jobs in life. They put a quick end to it, so there's not much suffering. That realism of this game is another level, you know. It's so shockingly. It makes so much sense, you know. There's grass here. Why is there grass here? Seriously, there should be no grass here. There's no connection to the outside world. Hmm, that's odd. Okay, whatever. Hopefully that's not some hole in my safety system and just some oddity. Sometimes these things happen as well. So the food stockpiles, they don't go up. It's because I didn't slaughter anything except for the kitten's balls. Good times. Reindeer cow. That one is too much of an oddity. And it's a proper thing to celebrate the first victory of the dwarfs in this hostile environment, you know? We might not have everything rising up from the dead like other nasty, evil environment fortresses have, but this place comes with its own challenges. You know, building close to such amounts of water is it's really a really interesting experience, and knowing how the game works, I bet that every shoreline experience is a little bit different in its own regard. That's what makes that this is something that Dwarf Fortress does extremely well. The map generator is beyond insane. I might go so far that I've maybe never ever seen a world generator so well made in my life before. Seriously. Considering what it all does and all the connections it has that are actually making sense, you know? In many other games that use procedurally generated content, it's just BS at some point, you know? No Man's Sky level BS. It's all fancy, colorful, and fun, you know? Whenever I'm feeling super down and bored and bleak with life, No Man's Sky is color therapy. I love playing this up until this very day. But it's also very shallow mechanically. And I hate it for that. So, okay. I do need to make these people a little bit more extra. So, let's make them something. My favorite, jewel encrusted statues. Because we need to know the culture of these of this place a little bit better, you know? So, furniture. That should work. So I want that all the statues that are getting made get sucked into this stockpile here. I do have a furniture stockpile somewhere here. Goodo. Done. So let's make a custom jeweler's workshop for that business. Karen, okay. For a moment I was like, are these the snatchers? This red alert button is always getting me, you know? It's always like, is there something horrible happening? No, it's not. We just get a good visit from our budsters. So we got lots of gemstone to trade with. That's low value gemstone, sadly though. Ugh. Ah, well, let's get it over with. We really need to force some wealth off of this area. But admittedly, I generated this world with a low amount of wealth. It's a very handcrafted map actually, where I manually enhanced the amount of evil squares on the world as much as I could plausibly do. Because if you crank it up too much, the civilizations get destroyed because of all the evilness that arises, and whatever. So, in a nutshell, this is a very, very evil world, and this place here is this map is made to torture me. So we have the caravan now here. Enough of the gibberish. So let's open the hatch and let's start trading. So bins. Where's the gem bin? There's the gem bin. God, the appraisal of this place is such a catastrophe. It's around $2,000. I hope it's not that. I hope they're not right. If it's really only 1,000 bucks, we're not going to trade much this year. So Limul, how are you, man? What do we need? Fuel. For Amok's sake. Fuel. We just need so much fuel. Can't make any as it seems. Alrighty. Bring me the overpriced fuel. Drinks. Might actually actually work out. Let's see. So we got our stuff transported. Let's get trading. Basically, yeah. But what we found beyond the sky was beyond amazing, you gotta admit. So, they brought me coal. Let's see. Oh god, they're really that bad. Urgh. So we can hardly pay the fuel that we ordered. Damn. Tonight we're not going to dine with dwarven cheese, man. Okay. I don't think we need to bring up drink, but I think my food stockpiles might need a little boost until the quarry leaves are completely processed and have been brought into the system. Until then, let's buy some leather from them. Giant earthworm leather. Ugh. Just the imagination makes me cringe a little bit. Ugh. The giantish versions of animals in this game are really cool, gotta say. So, let's see. They got meat. They got plump helmets, but those are really costly. So I think, well, it's not as if we could really afford much. Let's pick up some tasty bits. Ugh. Enjoy yourselves, mates. We only brought the best pieces. Ugh, quality, quantity-wise. Alright, let's get it over with. This is not the way that I like to do business, but, well, we got some extra food, and because we are friends with our people, we give this meager gift back to our society, and hope you come with more fuel next year. Thank you. Okay, so, but with that amount of fuel, we might actually finally get started with our smithing business for real. Let's do this. Good. So let's carve out that area for blocks and such. Somehow the copper bars ended up here already. Basically, I want to store my fuel here. What did I set up here? Metal ores. Huh. Should be here, actually. Must have landed here randomly. Oh, pink jade. I mean, it might not be much, but it seems to be the treasure of this remote little place at the end of the world. Literally. I love this hellhole. I really like what kind of depth every location has the longer you play it. I've almost had no featureless playthroughs yet. There were a few that were a little bit dull, but that was also me not playing for fun enough, basically. Okay, so I want bars and these bars. Is that also charcoal, or is charcoal something else? God, sometimes this game's really messing me up in that regard. So let's see if the charcoal will get sucked in with that configuration, or there's any other trigger. We'll see. Oh yeah, those bards, they're totally the victims of the stories in Dwarf Fortress. I agree with you there, man. So we're making bins, or we're supposed to make bins. He's making bins. She's making bins. He's making bins. You always have to look under the beard. I love these dwarves. And I'm proud of myself that I got this impromptu hospital running when we had that incident with the cave-in. You know, it's such a nice story that ultimately the cistern that I built for the hospital, while we were building it, we needed the hospital. That's a little bit of a full circle story. I like it. But at least we have a fresh water source now. Relatively safe, I hope. Okay, but back to the statues business. So, let's see. We got fuel now. That's a good thing. But I think I want to abolish metal ores out of this stockpile, but that's a completely different story. No, I want to order some statues. So, what kind of place is that? I love to customize my fortresses, and in the streams, I want to take myself a good time to do that. So it's the turquoise coven. I wish you had an easier access to the deities of your fortress. It sucks for me that every time I want to know what kind of deity it was again, I need to go like this. I know that I can look up these cyan ones if I click the temple, yes. But with these, it's a little bit harder. So just to give you an impression about what I'm talking here. So here I see that it's a turquoise coven, but I have no clue what god the turquoise coven is linked to, because these organized religions, they are always almost linked to certain god. So here, OK copper points, or OK copper points, I guess is the proper thing. So you see, they worship that god, and so mountains. So I have a bit of a topic. So I'll call for a custom-made statue of that god. So it sucks a little bit to make that mini zone to find out what it's all about, but I gotta admit I'm growing accustomed to these little wacky interactions. So, statues. Let's make 2 of them for now, because we just don't have much capacity here. So, let's see. Yeah, well, chalk. We don't have anything fancy, shiny here, sadly. So, historical figure. And the really cool thing is you get to know more about the culture when you do these things. So, is a deity of the brushed boulder, often takes the form of a male dwarf. Okay, there's not much to be known of yet, but we got that now into the system, and the pieces of art sometimes tell you more about who's that god. And am I winning? Totally, totally Steel. Because I'm having the time of my life with this game, seriously. It's well, I think it's very comparable to RimWorld. I had a very comparable experience when I first discovered the depth of RimWorld and all the different biomes that you can play there, and all the different things that you can do with it. That was a very comparable experience, and it's the same thing all over again. And let's just say I have around 2,300 hours clocked on RimWorld. So I already see which direction this will go, and it's a good thing. I really appreciate that. It's a wonderful thing. So, are you working? Chop chop. So let's see. Is my managering good enough? Ah well, I'm just impatient. So, let's see. Let's make sure the next jeweler is being set up instead of being impatient. Let's work on the next step. Okay, so let's take a quick look on the cavern situation if everything is still good here. So we got the perimeter under control here. I might create myself. Yeah, let's do this. I want to do an airlock here because there's still roof up above me. This is a very, very good spot to create an airlock. I'll feel a lot better when I have that done. So I hope I'm still under the roof here. Yeah, totally. Great. So that the airlock doesn't have to be all that small. I really like it when we got some space to work with. So we can ultimately transport materials back and forth there. There was something at the edge of my screen. I saw it. Or did I? Where's the cave croc? Unnervingly close to our construction business here, but let's just hope that everything will go fine. Everything will go fine. So they'll work quick, and everything will go fine. Somebody with an axe is around. Isn't that giving you some good feeling, guys? Totally, isn't it? Alright. What are you doing there, Eurist? Cleaning? Seriously? Mm. I hate you. I officially hate you. You are on the list. Momus. I'm going to remember you, so who are you? Huh? Deathseeker. Huh? Cleaning a puddle of blood out in the middle of nowhere. So. Couple of friends. Ah, T. Behave. Passing acquaintances. Alrighty. So let's just hope that those silly little buffoons are doing their business if they really, really have to. Oh boy, I hate you. I officially hate you. So we're going to lock these items in place again before they cause an accident. The thing is, I don't have any military. I just have a couple of traps I hide behind. And I've made the experience that a couple of traps to hide behind is usually not enough in the long run. That ain't. Okay, but I think everything went fine. Let's see if we locked out some poor sucker. So, Mr. Super Angry, you're also on the list. I see your red angry face all day. I know the incident with the roof was bad, but don't give me that look all day. I'm working on making my amends. So, okay. I'm just checking all the no-jobbers just to make sure that I don't have accidentally locked somebody out there. But it looks good, and the statues I commissioned have been made. Wonderful. So, not so wonderful, though, is the stockpile of gemstones. That's a miserable bunch. I hardly believe that we're going to crank out any value out of these statues. Damn. Oh, this place is a harsh mistress. So, charcoal and coke went into that stockpile. That's a good point. Finally, something good. And we got tetrahedrite. So the fun part about tetrahedrite is that you can make Billon out of it. And I totally wish I had a DF hack here that knows if Billon gear, how does it behave in comparison to copper? You know? Is it really, is it just about same-ish? Or is it much better? You know, that's a pretty important question, but it's hard to answer. So, whatever might be the case, with all the limited fuel we got, we are going to make a couple of Billon bars. Maybe 3. Because that stuff is going to be really good to make statues out of it. Okay. Look at him go, smelting the first bars of this fortress. I love it. Good. So... God, there's already the caverns. Just 2 levels below my smithies. Wait, how the hell am I supposed to fit all those guys in there? Well, I hope my worries are not are unwarranted. But, well, there's just not much land here, you know? This little corner here, this is kind of like a tiny embark. It's kind of like a tiny embark, honestly. And we also don't have too much wood, obviously. Unless we can procure something underground safely. Okay. Nah, well, food stockpiles are finally looking good. Nice. Hope it's staying like that. But I see here, there's more of the stuff going on right now than before. That's good. I mean, we could technically bring up more irrigation plots if we need to. I just need to drill another hole in here. Basically just something like that here. Just expand that. I love light aquifers for that. Probably will have to do in the future, but not now. It's not that important. Let's see. I think most importantly, we should really try and get our hands on more of the shinies. You know, metal. We can smelt some stuff now. We got some fuel. Or bros brought us some. Let's put that to some good use. I mean, all the shallowness of this map brings one big advantage. We just need to go downstairs a little bit. It's like, let's check it out. A little bit more than 10 levels. Just 10 levels for magma. This is going to be the first magma pump stack that I'm going to build. I hope. That would be nice, at least. Let's put it like that. And I really consider checking out how large this area here is. And it's raining bitter sludge again. The waters of pain. A lovely place at the end of the world. I mean, we are living next door with humans. I was just realizing they're really just next door to me. I didn't notice when I did that. The Confederacy of Kisses. Ah, they're the rulers of the entire area here. Okay. Are we going to take over the area? Well, let's see what happened to the statues project. I bet the jewels I have ordered have been cut. Yeah, all the brilliant two of them. So now we're going to configure this one to only take from proper stockpiles. All right, this one will now only work with this stockpile basically, and I'm going to encrust these statues with gems. Okay, so what do we have here? Well, that's not too creative. And that's not too creative either. Well, okay. Maybe that dude is just mountains, you know. Well, we'll see. But the encrusting has brought it to a whopping 90 dwarf bucks. And some more thrill seekers have arrived. Wonderful. Okay, so we're going to drill some new holes into the wall. There we go. I do love the apartment situation somehow. It has its own atmosphere. Okay. So let's do this. It's a little bit decadent to have flux stone flooring everywhere, but it's cool in two ways. For one, I love floored rooms, you know. They're just much nicer looking. And the other thing is they have a pretty high value on their own. And boy, that's a pretty big cluster of gems. We have to procure these. Sorry. Let's replace that with some handcrafted wall. We're really way too low on gemstones here to ignore that little thing here. Nah. Usually I wouldn't be like that, but here at this place I somehow feel the urge to be a little bit stingy with these. Okay. I bet they didn't do anything too creative with the gemstones. An image of a cloth in pink jade. All right, you made a you put a piece of cloth on the image of the god. You rock. Well, at the end of the day, I don't want to sound too mopey here because I like it when these rooms start to look like that. But you know, we're going to commission something else here, something more shiny. Where's the smithy at? So, one Bilon statue, just one because I don't want to spend my fuel too lightly here. Oh, these search bars, they're so troll. Seriously. There we go. So, let's see. How's my civilization called again? So we're playing the brushed boulder. Yeah. Let's relate that one to our civilization. It's always interesting to see. You know, what they come up with. Ah, well. It's all Euro these days. I almost can't remember how it was before that. I sure do somehow, but it feels like another age, like Denmark, you know. So, what do we have here? Foundation of Gold Riddle by the Hall of Fog. Gold Riddle. So, let's see. Can I locate these? Ah, here. So, one of these fortresses must be the one they were relating to. Well, I'm not going to look which one. Okay, so we made a monument about the foundation of one of our bigger fortresses. I find that actually very, very fitting for a god that relates to mountains and stuff, you know? That's actually quite a good fit. But it doesn't fit symmetrically into this place, so... That's a bit of a pity. That means we have to order another one. Okay, there goes my fuel again for the art. We have to sponsor the arts. So, well, let's make that just twice, you know? We're doing cultural research here. So, we got actually enough gemstone to do that one more time. Aren't they looking nice here? These statues are actually worth quite a penny because Bilon is quite valuable base material. So, a statue of Ilral Tanglesling. I think I heard that name. Isn't that the king of our place? Ah, beautiful. Ah, yeah, it's a monument to his coronation. Very fitting to a organized religion. They quite often come up with a statue of the local ruler. Oh, wait a sec. Too early. So that one is already. Wait a sec. Circled. Yeah, not too early. All going according to plan. Ah, yeah, here. The Ilral Tanglesling one isn't, No, I got it. Okay, so everybody, I'm going to grab myself a new fresh cup of tea. I'm going to be right back. There we go. Welcome back, everybody. So, finally some refreshing fluid. So, This one is actually a pretty good quality statue. Decent. This should then finally get the statue, give this temple the proper recognition. Yeah, just a small adornment. These gemstones are really not worth much. Damn. It's a shame. It's truly, truly a shame. But what can we do? Temple of Dwarves, filled with statues of dwarves. Nothing special going on. Just regular dwarf business. Okay, so priesthood is recognized. The sacred gem shall be announced. What a nice title. So, well, let's put somebody in there. I don't know. Okay, then. So, just like the levels before, you notice it's the same pattern. The aquifer is just about the same everywhere. Well, the tea went from my pot of tea into my cup of tea. I prepared some tea for streaming, so you guys don't have to wait that long when I need more refreshments. Nifty, huh? Jokes aside, I need my caffeine. Otherwise, this world is not tolerable. It ain't that bad. But it helps. It helps. Especially when it's midnight. But that doesn't stop us from building fortresses, doesn't it? Down here, we don't know how much time it is. A gray langur. Alright. The giant tortoise is deciding to sit this out. I don't know how this counts as a combat participation, but you do you. So, what are these? Where is that leather located that they stole? Did these little buggers go all the way? Where? Did I have some leftover leather here? Ah, well, no. Let's see how that, Righty. So, the Cavivore and the Langur are struck in a serious battle, but it looks like the little critter has lost. Interesting. So they can get past my traps, or let's see if that happens again. It probably came from inside. That's unsettling. Okay. So there they go again. But it looks as if the hatch was the safety issue there. There they go. They shouldn't be capable of just breaching past such a layer of of traps. And tell you what, I'm in a especially sadistic mood today. Let's put up a little layer of doom around that hatch. So animals, you're curious about that little door out in the nowhere? You'll find out where it leads soon. I like that one. Alright. Food stockpiles are looking nice. Slow decline though. But after all, the quarry bush population is not at full force. So I don't know if I have to enable the tailor every time. Giant tortoise is fighting. What are you doing, bro? What's the matter, bro? Terrified while in conflict. So we have now. Is that this important? Yeah, we have to notice every single wriggle of your shell, man. Jeez, you're such a diva. All right. Those giant tortoises, they are a little bit unsettling. I can imagine that they might be quite fierce enemies. I might imagine that they might be really, really dangerous. Okay, so, hooray, we got a temple. So, let's put a door in front of these. Recently I learned that doors are really, really a marvel of dwarven technology. They all come with a lock. It can be magically triggered, and if there's ever a sudden explosion of bullshit inside one of your rooms, you can lock the room. And then you can build a wall around that door, just for good measure. And then whatever exploded in that room stays in that room. It's a brilliant strategy. Dwarves love to entomb problems. Just saying. So, doors. A marvel of dwarven technology. And it has rained bitter sludge 5 times already. Damn. This place is somehow weird. Look at them. I love it. Let's see. We are going to catch a lot of nice oddities with these. But I'm down, you know? I really am down for underground pasture and training, animal training zone. Let's see what will meander into our domain. So, let's put up some stuff here. That should suffice as an animal training zone. Are you scared too, man? You too? Damn. So... it must be the clattering of their shells that drives the dwarves nuts. Echoes down in the hallways somehow. So goes. Hi there. Happy to see you. Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks for asking. Finally feeling like fully recovered after my brush with COVID. It was a fun thing. 2 months and all. Holy shit! What a wonderful all-inclusive trip to feeling like hell. But yeah, after all, it wasn't that bad. It was just feeling down for like 6 weeks, but beyond that, all's pretty good now. Looking forward to the spring. It's getting warmer where we're living at these days, so. So is it really a combat node, or is it just it's just the freaking tortoises? Can somebody get these things out of their misery, please? They're scared. Can't you just migrate off of this biome somehow? Man. But the good news is, if the need should arise, I have now a single lever that I can flick to seal my fortress off for good. So, with safety and all. I do like that. I really, really do like that. It gives me a good feeling. Ah, look at it. The food stockpiles. Let's see. What do we have here? That can't be all it. Let's see. Maybe it's already in the dining hall. So... that looks, right? Dwarven beer salad. Yum. Beer and quarry bush leaf. Dwarven specialty. Ale mash. So basically, Dwarven cuisine is a lot about take ingredient A, take ingredient B, put booze on it, eat. I think that's a lot about the Dwarven cuisine. And I think that's also a good reason why a lot of other species don't like it too much. Yeah. There might be a connection. Well, I do love the seasons in between Soul Ghost. Spring and fall are my favorites. So I'm looking towards one of my favorite times of the year. I do dread the summer though. Summer can go away, and I'm just minding my language here, but insert some expletives here. I hate summer these days. Global warming has only made it worse. I always hated high temperatures, and yeah, I'm leaving it there. Okay, look at all those bunk beds. Or no, bunk bed is the wrong word, I think. Just looks like some nice, tidy little barracks. They need some cabinets and stuff too. But first, rush them walls, Eurist. They're not shiny enough yet. I love it how they swarm when you designate the wall smoothing job. There we go. Because a smooth wall is more beautiful to look at. There we go. And now, thanks for calling me genius. I didn't catch why, but that's too kind of you. I'm just doing stuff. Alrighty. I think we got a nice amount of housing going on now. I really wish you could have a precise count of bedrooms in your fortress. You know, but there's no they don't have a numbering or anything on them, so sucks. Well, what can we do? What can we do? Oh yeah, Soul Ghost. I'm even playing League again, so you might see me streaming that again if you really want to. Enjoying myself, actually. You know, it's good. It's actually possible for me to have a good time there again. I didn't expect it to happen ever again, but there I am. Current iteration of the game is actually fun for me again. Good-o! More tetrahedrite and more mudstone. Let's take a little delve into this area and see what it holds for us. I mean, it could be that we are going to dig a little bit into some direction, and then there's already a breach into the caverns again. So we do seem to have a lot of copper and silver in this run. So, oh well. Too bad that we don't have any tin at our hands right now. But that's quite some wealth of tetrahedrite here, actually. The lemmings are swarming again. But what I don't have is gemstone. We really have have quite a low amount of gemstone here. Oh, Lost Ark. See, man, Lost Ark is a weird one, but ultimately, what really drove me away from it was that it told me too much how often I get to play something, and that I don't know. I didn't like that. Like these rewards for dungeons that you can only get daily or weekly. That just sucks. It and all those bots draining all the fun out of the trading of the game. Well, probably if I had more time and less of a job with gaming related, I might be actually having fun with it because it looks gorgeous, and I gotta say, it has really well made dungeons and really well made boss fights and all. So the game really has its qualities, except for the grind. The grind sucks. What's your matter? You need cloth thread. We don't happen to have any cloth in the entire fortress. What's happening with all the pigtails? Here's pigtail thread. Where is it at? It's in there. Okay. So we processed it all. How long until the next delivery? These have been just processed. Do we have pigtail drinks, say? We're turning that too much into booze? Well, it doesn't really give me a proper readout here. We do have a storage problem too. So what we're going to do in that situation, because the silly old fool needs the stuff really badly, we're going to dismantle or impromptu hospital. Well, I did enjoy the whole exploration part of Lost Ark, because it has really a nice and well made large world and all, but ultimately it I think the thing that personally drove me away mostly is that it didn't have enough loot when I was randomly slaughtering stuff. I love it to randomly loot stuff and make me rich with that and stuff, you know. So guys, what's the matter here? Cloth is there and thread is there. Why are you still stuck, my dear? So let's try one thing that might work. But I don't think that's the issue. So that's really, really odd. I wonder what's the matter here. Maybe it needs silk. That would be bad. I mean, basically, the pointer here is everything I need is should be there, you know. It's cloth. It's thread. Asking for cloth and thread. Well, regarding toxicity in League of Legends, I just simply turned the chat off permanently, forever. I'm not going to talk with anybody there. It made the game finally playable for me. Because, taking away the whole talking part with the community, it's just okay for me. I like challenging games, and playing against humans is always a nice form of challenge. So I'm happy that the current meta is something that I can actually enjoy. Okay, so let's see what we can do there. Is there any spider silk visible? I mean, it's kind of a dangerous endeavor, but, you know. There's spider silk there. Alright, Jurist, let's see. If spider silk is going to save your life, we're going to give it a try. So, weave thread into silk, and I mean, we got a whole bunch of traps in place just for that occasion. So there should be somebody now moving down here. Well, maybe it wasn't triggering. Yeah, it didn't trigger. So do I need to designate them like that or something like this? No? I mean, I always thought you activate that via activating the job. Am I wrong? Is this a pathing issue? Thanks, you're so kind, man. Have a good night, and thanks for dropping by. It's always my pleasure. It's really cool to connect back again. And like I said, I plan to do more streaming on Twitch, because this game and Twitch, they just harmonize very, very well. So, have a good one. Good-o. Let's see. We have to... Why not a... Well, I'm going to regret this. Alright, let's see what kind of explosion of jobs this does. Alright, one of you fools is now doing what I was hoping he'd be doing. Alrighty. Let's follow the adventures of mighty... I got it in a second. Of mighty Zon. Delving down into the dungeons, gathering some silk to help his friend in making a artifact. Isn't that a truly cool story? Stupid cat. Okay, so we're going to lock the door here right again. And let's see if that's going to resolve the issue. Because if not, I really ain't got any clue what might be the matter. Because it can't be quantity, or does it? Maybe it's not enough, but wait a sec. You need more than one? Okay. This adventure ain't over yet. Alrighty. So... Here it is. So, lead lacrimtar. Of course, the doctor has to go for that. So, okay, that's really odd. The door needed to be opened so they could process the stuff into silk. Okay, but let's make sure that nobody gets hurt down there. There we go. So let's see. No, the spider silk didn't trigger anything. I'm a little bit at a loss here. Are we shearing animals, actually? Yes, we are. So I really don't know what's the matter here. I mean, if it would be a quantity problem, this dude would be at least hauling something into the workshop. But that's also not the case. So it's entirely a material problem. So some sort of material this dude wants is not available, and it's eluding me what that might be. I thought it might be cave spider silk, but if that would have been the case, he would have grabbed one. So Ilral, I don't know. Oh, it's of course the priest. Yeah, sure. I don't know. I really got no clue how the hell I'm supposed to help you here. Because we even have different types of cloth. Well, okay. Let's assign a new priest. Let's hope nobody notices the change. Ilral? We don't know no Ilral here. Eton. Eton is the person you're asking for. Yeah. Ilral, that's the person. That's the name we got on the coffin there. There's a room with 2 coffins. 1 coffin, you say? No, it's 2 coffins. It's always been 2 coffins. Stories. What is... Ah, it's just that bug again. Okay. Oof. For a moment I thought it was some kind of monster, but the no-head bug is just back at it again. Oh man, it pains me to see that poor dude being unable to fulfill his desires there. But I really got no clue what I'm supposed to do here. Because obviously, it seems to be impossible. At least I don't know what the matter is. Too bad. Too bad. Don't like that. Poor guy. Let's hope he doesn't go tantruming. That would be really, really bad. And I failed to wall off the workshop, but well, we can still do that actually now that I think about it more closely. Yeah, let's do this. Dwarves get quite volatile when they can't fulfill their needs for artifact production. Oh man, I hated when a dwarf story ends like that. Especially when I don't have the feeling as if I don't understand why it had to come like that. But, well, like I said, dwarves love to entomb things. They just do. Just clicks. So, so Ilral, don't mind the walls. They're provisional. They're for good measure. So you can work in peace. Alright. So, go on and work in peace, Ilral. I mean, this can end in melancholy, and they just peacefully pass away. But sometimes they also grow, they also die in a fit of rage. That's never a good thing. This way, people will still be sad about Ilral being dead and all, but they will look at it as an accident. Or will they? Jokes aside, I think it's the best way to go with it. So we're reaching map's end here. That's why I'm taking a turn downstairs. But seeing this gives me hope in the capacity of the fortress to accommodate all those people. Because I think it should be, I should be able to bring up 200 apartments in there. That should be doable. If we keep them all that small. Okay. And so let's make some cabinets. I'm seriously starting to run low on various stones. Bothers me so much that so white pots seem to be composed out of aquiferous rock. This place is so watery. It makes it so hard to pry anything from this place. The underground pastures are growing. So let's make more stuff like that. More room for animals. That's a good thing for sure. Ha! I knew this might happen. So Ilral went berserk, and frickin' elves came. Ugh. Well, I don't know. I don't really have anything that I could give them. In all honesty, let's see. we got, well, we got some gemstones. If we'd really like to sell some, we could do that. But, well, Do I really want that? That's a real important question. Well, I'm going to give those elves casually the shoulder. We're mostly interested in metal. And, well, I could possibly buy some logs from them or food stuff. Yeah, they are pretty good for food stuff and for exotic animals. But I'm not really wealthy right now. Let's face it. We're quite broke. So, I mean, I was just considering for a moment to start encrusting items with stone, and then I realized that I don't want to do that because I feel like we might be actually needing that stone still. You know, I want to build a castle on that sea, and yeah, selling that stone away for stuff doesn't sound like a good idea. So, Mr. Super Angry Dwarf, are you still dwelling over the past? Yep. Holy crap. So we're going to do some fun thing here. So we're going to dissolve that stockpile here. And we're going to make Mr. Super Mad legit the only hauler here. So Osmel something something. Alright. So you're going to be the only person allowed to do this job. And since he wants to acquire an object, I'm going to force him now to put the bins here with these items back to their place. And usually they grab something. Usually. Let's see. When you change the hauling behavior of them, it does take a moment until that fully hits the system. No. Ugh. So, what do you do now, as I say? Okay. I gotta say, he's playing this really well. Pretty slick move to just go to bed. But I'm not going to go away, Osmel. No, no. That's right. No, no important thing. Ah, good boy. You're seriously doing this now? Oh, damn. Yeah, that's the bad part about my plan. I cannot control what kind of job they'll doing. Well, that doesn't work as intended. That doesn't work as intended, damn. I'd need a much bigger stockpile of goods to make that properly happen. Yeah, now he's going off to his regular business. Damn. That guy is kind of a ticking time bomb. We could make something else here. So, Osmel, my jolly old chap, we're going to build you a barracks. Not just any barracks. A beautiful barracks. Out, out by the sea. Oh, damn. My dear voice, stay with me. Yeah. And there we go. So, we're going to build a proper environment here. Because in this kind of layer, your dwarves are kind of like getting unhappy if they don't have some stone to stare at. It's a dwarven thing, I guess. And so we're going to do the full stone experience here. Okay, and of course, piece of flooring. Let's floor that doorstep too. It'll bother me otherwise. Okay. So that's going to be the barracks now. Looking neat, doesn't it? And now we got already a militia commander. Wonderful. So you, my friend, bring Osmel, and you guys go training. And let's see if fulfilling his need for martial training does something for him. If not anything, it at least will train some of those dwarves for some serious moment. And, you know, actually, now that I think more closely about it, that's a good way to invest or early metal into. Yeah, let's do this. So, let's smelt tetrahedrite. Oh, great. So, let's see. Oh, crap. So, well, that's all we can do. And we got migrants. Okay, well, we got some copper bars to work with. But we got no more fuel. Sucks. So let's see. Can we chop off some wood here from that location? Is there any tree? I don't know if I really want to go chopping trees near those freaking turtles. Nah. Not really. So that nopes out this source of wood. Alrighty. So here, well, was this damp? No, this wasn't damp. So we should be able to mine here. So okay, there's gemstone down here. And there's grundles. Oh gosh. It's like cockroaches waiting behind the wall, man. Okay, so far that claystone seems to have gemstones for us, but nothing more. There's limestone over there. So let's see if the warm thing is happening down here as well. Maybe we can get us something here going, you know. Alrighty. Let's see where we will strike warm rock again. We're fetching us limestone here, so finally new colors, you know, claystone, limestone. Or color palette is growing. Are you guys trying to tell me that we're again hitting an area that has no gemstones and no ores, no nothing? Yeah, I think that's what the mountain is trying to say here. Yeah, poor Ilral. I foresaw that end. You know, Ilral was buried here quite a while ago. Yeah. We just polished up the coffin again, you know. You have to do that from time to time. Good-o. So... Oh, God. Scarcity. Scarcity wherever I look, you know? So seems like this little layer of tetrahedrite there is all the wealth that we got there. So, are you guys kidding me? You want a high priest? This must be some sort of blackmail. They know that I killed their former high priest by not fulfilling their need. Now they're trying to force me to give them what they want. What a sinister scheme. Alright. So, we're going to bury the poor guy properly. I mean, that's the least we can do. There we go. So you guys think that we can afford somehow an interior worth 10,000 bucks? The Grey Langur is fighting. Well, alright. Somehow that sucker fell into the pond. Well, I don't care about that. So, one idea that I got is we can put that mitten to some use. But still, that frickin' mitten is still only worth 3 grand. So, we gotta work harder. But, well, for starters, we're going to do that. And we're going to install that artifact chain there. Probably that'll help. So, yeah. I haven't had the request for a high priesthood that frickin' early ever before. Like, nah, not ever. That's a new record. There we go. But this artifact chain is actually worth quite a lot of money. So let's see if we put up 2 artifacts in here. Maybe that'll be enough. But I somehow doubt it. Damn. These weirdos. I mean, on the bright side, we got quite a lot of things there. So... No. I'm removing Osmel from the squad because I'm afraid of training him. He's a very angry dwarf. Oh, Kubuk, you will have to put down your mandate as well. I don't want to have a mother with her child here on the battlefield. And we got a mayor. That had to happen. Bulky naked Moldok leather mitten. Artifact. Hell yeah. This is such a ridiculous artifact. And it's also invisible. Oh, and it, Oh, we need to. I did a mistake there. They need to be up there because they're destroying the dance floor. I mean, another strategy of pleasing these folks would be to just enlarge the temple. I think that's what I'm going to do now. Because that's also a way of making the value go up by just adding stuff that has a value. Smart old me. Okay, let's hope that'll work out. So, how's the engraving labor? Yeah, that works out. Hey, Cabal, hi there. So happy to see you, man. It's my pleasure. I'm really happy to see that those tutorial series are helping so many people. That's amazing. I love to hear that. Because RimWorld is in all respects an amazing game. And I'm really happy to hear that I can get people into it. So, let's enlarge the temple. So, now we can put in things like we want to. Like our artifact rope chain thing. It's probably one of the best artifacts that you can possibly have. Okay. And it's raining bitter sludge again. Okay. We haven't caught anything in our traps up there yet. That's a shame. I was really hoping to have something there at some point. Oh well. So, well, how's the situation? We dug out a lot of that stuff. And, how about going deeper? It's always a good idea to go deeper. Isn't it? Dwarves never dig too deep. Alright, so that looks safe. Mudstone. Limestone. Alright. Let's see if we can connect them. Whoa, game. Get your game together. Whoa. We were never planning something like that, got me? So, no. I'm actually planning something more decent, something like that. Because I want to know if there's anything worth prospecting here. Okay, but I think we should probably put this on a new hotkey. So, the human caravan has arrived. Now, those sports I'm happier to see. First off, they are my direct neighbors. And second off, they can come with metal objects. And, you know, metal is awesome. So, let's quickly order some gems here. So, hopefully these items will bump up the value of this temple high enough. So, we're going to get something here. So these tourmalines, they should be really worth something once they're ready. There we go. Yeah, $1,000 each. That's what I was hoping to see. So we're going to move our gem bin up there. If I find it. Gem bin, where are you? There you go. So the hatch is allowed for a moment. Okay, so, well, we got a few bucks to spend, so that wood is totally appreciated here. Food, we don't really need anything. But sadly, okay, sadly that's the entire deal, isn't it?
This is very personal.
Thanks for the sub, man. Appreciate it. That's really kind of you. So, we're going to do that small-scale trade here. But you guys, you made it all the way up to the waters of pain. I mean, here. So, you guys get a gift. And I need to put this mayor into his into a sweet apartment. Because that's what mayors want to have. So let's see. I've brought a corridor here, so we might actually do something like that. Oh yeah. I like the idea of that one. I hope that'll work. So, oh yeah, that looks good. That looks good. So all the wood we have imported from the humans is very intriguing insofar as we can transform it into charcoal. Right now, I'm really at the point where I'm considering things like these, like producing fuel like that. Because, you know, if you ain't got coal to process, then you start processing wood. Even if it is not the most desirable material due to efficiency reasons. But, you know, something's got to give. Alrighty. So... we need an armor stand and a weapons stand. And I've just decided that the fine people of Fortress Reverd have decided that the assignment of a new mayor is reason enough to spend some valuable charcoal to forge some proper armor stand and weapons stand, you know. I really think that this sounds like a reasonable thing to do. I always love to go with the fluff of when it comes down to games like these. Because that's personally for me where all the fun comes from, you know. Role-playing around here a little bit. So, let's see. Do we actually have chests? No, we don't. Let's put that on the work orders. So, what kind of material do we need? Let's take limestone. That comes from deep below. Hey, Cosmic, welcome. Yeah, I'm doing fine. I had a pretty long downtime due to a involuntary downtime due to COVID, but beyond that, I'm really good. Just took me a bit long to recuperate, but yeah. Back to business. And I figured that so many people are still following the channel here on Twitch that I'm going to come back to streaming here more often. Especially Dwarf Fortress is a good thing to stream here because you can spend hours and hours and hours, so it's actually pretty good. Make large gems. Okay. So what is a large gem? So make large gold gem. Alright, that can't be it. So here, make large rock gem. I bet that's what we're supposed to do. So let's see which one of these gets the job loaded into. Maybe it's a crafts dwarf job too. We'll see about that. So we have 74 people here. Darn, that's a lot. That's really a lot. Yeah, streaming was just not possible. I didn't have the condition for that. So videos were all stuff that I could make. But I mean, it was better than nothing, after all, you know. So let's see. They haven't made the chests yet. Did they make the charcoal? Is anything getting done? Is my manager managing? Does my manager compute? Oh, well, I guess I'm just impatient again. So, recognize High Priesthood. Okay. Thanks, game. Pressing the Recognize High Priesthood button was too much for the game. Oh no. So, that's happening on this world more often than before. Adventure mode is not included yet, no. But they're working on it. No. Oh man, that's oh, I must have lost so much there. Ugh. Oh well. Well, today I had one shut down when I tried to build floors. And that one now. That was pretty nasty. I think this, I was already considering that it might be a good time to take a break for today, but I just want to see how big the damage was done, so we don't have the temple expansion here. We don't have a mayor yet. Oh yeah, so we really lost a lot of progress here. The poor... Oh god, it's not even... This guy ain't even dead yet. Okay. So everybody, I'm going to tune out here because this is a little bit too much Groundhog Day to replay that now. Because it was just a while. Do you have other forts in that world, Jen? No, I don't. This one is a... this one is a fresh one, yeah. You see it with the years. It's freshly started with 100. But good to know, Drools. Thanks for that. So, anyways, I'll catch you guys later on another occasion. It has been a good time. Thanks for hanging out, you all. Have a good night, have a good day, whatever might be the case in your time zone, and see you all next time.